Hi there, welcome to Mark Emery's World. I'm here in the UK and I've just been working with Martin Turner, ex Wishbone Ash, on a European tour as tour manager and, of course, front of house soundman. I just want to talk about obtaining the Carnet and getting it through, getting it stamped appropriately and all that kind of stuff. So, right away, you want to get in touch with a Boomerang. Okay, now they are registered with the Chamber of Commerce. That's what I'm trying to think of. Liverpool Chamber of Commerce, but they're an agent who can handle it for you. But first of all, you've got to deliver a list of the equipment you're taking. Now, this is the list of equipment, and you can see that it's pretty detailed on what you have to supply. If you notice, let's just make that right there. You've got to list the country of origin, the weight, the value, and description. It's no good just putting a case full of accessories, mic stands, or cymbal stands or whatever like that. You have to itemize everything, and same with cables. Long jack cable, number of pieces 1, weight 0.5 kilograms. You've either got to do it in kilograms or grams, but you can't mix them. It's got to be all kilograms or all grams. So you end up with pieces. We've got 151 pieces here, and some of them only weigh like 0.2 of a kilogram. But you can't put 200 grams. So once you finally get your list done and complete, which might take you a few attempts of sending in there, they'll send you a default template, XLS template. So you can go ahead and use that, and you can submit it, and if there's something wrong, they'll send it back. Like just in the country of origin, you've got to put either GB. You can't put UK. You've got to put GB. For the USA, you have to put US, not USA. So, it's all these little things make it a pain in the butt to do. So anyway, you finally get delivered to Carnet, which does come, within 24 hours or 48 hours after you've got an approved list. And this is the front page right here. Let's get it here. Now, this is to open the Carnet. You have to get this signed by the person whose name it is, although you can put representatives' names up in here, and anyone of them can sign the documents within, but nevertheless it has to be opened by the person whose name it is, in this case Martin Turner. So then we go to the yellow pages, which are for the UK. As you can see, these are vouchers, and we've just completed it, so we've gone out of the UK at the top. This was back into the UK. We've been out the country twice this year. This is out of the UK, back in the UK. Out of the UK, and then back in the UK at the bottom. All signed and stamped. If you don't get them stamped, you can lose your bond. So you have to get it signed back. And then the UK pages have now been ripped out, but they basically are the same as the extra. The ones going into Europe are white pages. Again, it's a list of equipment. These are all the same. So this is an example of going into Switzerland. This is the same thing as what you do at the beginning of the UK one. You basically put in your means of transport. I've got 151 items. Let's get this right. I don't want to show too much, but basically you've got to put in the vehicle that you're taking I've got 151 items, so it's 151 musical instruments or musical equipment. Sign at the bottom and date that when it goes. This has not been used yet. This is going into Switzerland, which we didn't do. So anyway, it's quite straightforward. And then, of course, you use that going into Switzerland. It says there, importation. Or going into Europe from the UK, you put importation into EU. So again, it's all the list of equipment. And then when you leave the country, same sort of form. 1 through 151 pieces. Vehicle registration. Sign it. I didn't sign it because we didn't go. But there we are. You can sign it there. So it's pretty straightforward. And of course they have to do the vouchers as well, which are here at the beginning of the white section, which is the same as the British vouchers. One for going into the country, one for going out. This is the EU, going into the EU, coming out of the EU, going back into the EU on the second journey, and coming back out of the EU. Okay, so reasonably straightforward, but very detailed, and if you get it wrong, they send it back. Right, so when you're going out, you want to go to the inland border facility to get the Carnet opened. Now, we made the, not assumption, we were told that basically you go to the inland border facility at Sevington, which is just near Ashford, on exit 10, I think, on the M20. But that place is like a military compound. It is barbed wired up. You have to wear a high-vis jacket, and well, it's not very pleasant at all, and it takes a long time. You have to queue up with all the other truck drivers from all over Europe, get it into the office, they take it off you, and then you go back to your vehicle, and they send you a text when they finally stamp it, and then you can go back in again and collect it. The whole thing takes probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half. On the second trip, we discovered that you can do this a bit simpler at stop 24 truck stop, which is exit 11 on the M20, and you go to the rear of the basically the cafeteria and all that there, and you can get it done there it's a bit simpler, it's quieter. You don't have to wear a high-vis jacket, but you do have to enter the compound, and they have to give you an exit number code to get out of it once it's been signed. So that's where you do the British one going out, and then you go to if you're getting on the train, which is what we did on the Eurotunnel, you go through British passport control and then into the French passport control, and just as you go through the French passport control, there's an office on the left for Dwayne Zoll, and you go in there, and they're pretty quick. They'll sign your passport for entering Europe while you're still in the UK, but you're entering Europe, and so you get that done there. So you go into Europe, do your gigs, whatever. On the way back, you go to the main terminal area, and right next to WX there's a VAT office, which will also sign. This is in France. That will also sign your Carnet. So go there, and that takes pretty quick, as long as it's manned, that is. Anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, they'll sign your Carnet there. Get on the train, the Eurotunnel, go over to the UK, go back to exit 11, stop 24, and do the same thing again. Go around the back into the compound, come into the terminal building, and the office is right there, and they will take care of you. Now, when we first went out, we didn't have a problem coming back. And then a month or two later, we've just got back now in April. That was back in February. no problem. Apart from the delays and not knowing exactly where to go, but we've now figured that out. We were told on the way out that you now have to have a GMR reference code. So they said, well, you can't leave the country without it. And I said, well, we didn't know anything about it, weren't notified. But in March, they brought in this new thing called the GMR, which is a goods movement reference barcode. So you have to go back to your agent again and ask them to help you get one. They'll charge you, I don't know what it is, 25 quid or something. And you end up with this. France to GB. Import. You won't get in without it. So the Carnet's not enough. So you need that as well as the Carnet. So that's it really. I mean, we got back pretty good, and we arrived at Calais at the reception there, and went to the office to get it signed at 3 p.m. We went straight on from there through the passport controls. I'll mention something else in a minute. But yeah, we got through passport controls and got into the UK 1 hour early, obviously, at 3 p.m. We were on the road after getting it signed at 4:15, which, by the time we got to the terminal, got it signed, you put it in to get it signed, and then you have to wait for it to be signed. Again, they send you a text and go and pick it up, and off you go. So that's basically it. So we got through pretty quick. So that's why I'm doing this, just to give you a bit of a heads up, and good journeys, and enjoy your gigs. I will be in touch. Bye-bye. Hi there, back. I just wanted to add a little addendum to the Carnet story. And there is one way of avoiding all this shit. And that is, and I think it's the future, is to have some equipment in Germany or Holland or wherever you go. And either hire it, whatever, you can fly to Germany or very cheaply from London or Bristol or wherever. And this way you cut out the whole thing using a Carnet at all, because you can carry your personal instruments with you on a flight. No Carnet needed. Guitar, maybe a guitar and an amp or bag or pedals or whatever. And use backline stuff out there and get your transport organised there, which I can help do if anyone wants advice on that as well. But I think that's the future really, because the Carnet thing is expensive. Yeah, it's valid for a year, so you can go in and out as many times as you need to in that, but you've got an awful lot of travelling to do once you get over the other side. 1,000 k into Germany, depending where you're going. It's a lot of hours on the old bus, so I would recommend we go that way in the future. Maybe next year. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, good luck, and we'll see you on the road.